story or your family story. When they're telling you to tell them about yourself, they're actually asking you to tell them about your experience, your qualifications, as well as if you're a good fit for the role. Now, rule number 2, do tell a story. Now, you're not gonna tell them your family story. Instead, tell them about your professional work story. Now, let's move on to the 4 major tips on how to answer the tell me about yourself question. Tip number 1, give them a glimpse of your work history. So, you need to go back to your earliest jobs and tell them about it. It may include the company name, your position, your duties and your responsibilities, and how long you've worked there. Then, tip number 2, make your mini stories achievement oriented. Now you have to show them that you have achieved something. Describe one major accomplishment that you've done in your previous works. It may be you saved time, you saved money, you increased profits, and improved the processes in the company. Now, on to tip number 3. Tell the employer what you know about the role. Now, you have to acknowledge to the employer that you know what they need and what they are looking for. It does not only tell them that you are aware of your abilities and your responsibilities, but also it tells them you know what they need and what they are looking for. Now, on to tip number 4. Tell the employer that the reason why you are a good fit for the role. Now, it is important to be confident and convince them that you are the perfect fit for the role and you are perfect for the job that they are hiring for. Now, we are done with the most common question. Let's move on to the other common questions, the body language and memory etiquette. Now, the interview may start the moment you walk into the building. So, treat everyone you meet with respect and keep eye contact. Fix your posture, chin up, shoulders laid back, no slouching and no laid backs. When you are nervous, stay calm by taking deep breaths. When meeting the interviewer, you need to introduce yourself confidently and say their name. Saying their name helps you remember it more efficiently. And before the interview starts, the interviewer may open small talks or conversation. You need to prepare for the common questions like, why do you want to work here, or what makes you stand out? You also need to make sure to have a few topics in mind. Now, when they ask you about your experience in the field, just be honest and tell them. Think about your past experiences and how it lines up with your future goals. Never speak negatively about places you've worked for. Instead, tell them about what you've learned there. But bear in mind that there is no specific way of doing an interview. Just be yourself and let your personality shine. Be aware of your movements. Practice polite and confident body language. Avoid unnecessary movements. Also, if the interviewer asks you if you have questions for them, be sure to have one. It only shows that you did your research and that you care about the job. Ask them these questions. What do you like best about working here? What are some mistakes people did in this position? How will my work be evaluated? Now, once the interview is over, it's not really over yet. You have to send them a thank you email 24 hours after the interview. Now, if you can get a handwritten letter and send it to them 24 hours after the interview, it's okay. It can be simply to thank them for their time or about elaborations about the topics you have talked about during the interview. But remember, there's no one right way to do an interview. Just be yourself and go ace those interviews.